Hello everybody, this is Vikas again. It's a nice, bright, little sunny fall day, a beautiful fall day, a little over 55 degrees. So today I'm actually going to talk a little bit about the bean, or officially it's called the Cloud Gate. But the Chicagoans, when they saw this structure, they nicknamed it the bean. So it's one of the most iconic Chicago structures, one of the biggest outdoor fixtures in the Midwest or even around the country. The top 10 visited around the country as well. And a little bit about this bean. It's made out of stainless steel, designed, and the architect is Indian-born Anish Kapoor, or Indian descent. Anish, his name is Anish Kapoor, very famous guy. So basically what he did was he took 168 different plates and he welded them all together to create this structure. It's approximately, I think, 33 foot tall, 66 feet in length, and 42 feet in width. The interesting part is, when you get closer, you can see your reflection, and you can see the reflection of the city skyscrapers. And when you go inside, it's like a convex cave or convex structure, and a lot of people go in there to identify themselves. In terms of cost, what it costs, because that's one thing that comes up. This cost, I think it was originally estimated around $6 million. Then as it was getting built, the cost was estimated at $11 million, but when it was finally all done, it was $23 million. And this is a part of our Millennium Park. And just again, Millennium Park is an entire structure here, one of the world's biggest gardens, if you will, that sits atop train station and parking garages. And then this is the amphitheater that's next to the Millennium Park, or is a part of the Millennium Park. So a lot of concerts happen here during the summer, and a lot of movies have been filmed here too. And if you like Indian movies, you must have hopefully seen a movie called Dhoom 3, starring Amir Khan and Abhishek Bachchan. It's a Yash Raj film production, and that there's a whole song that covered, the Millennium Park, the bean, the amphitheater in its entirety. So very beautifully done, big time tourist attraction. And let's go closer and then check it out from inside the bean as well. So this is a slightly closer look at the bean, and you probably can see me waving there and holding the camera as well. And like I said, anybody and everybody who visits Chicago, and if you're friends and family, this is one of the stops that they definitely like to come and check out. So it's like going to India and not seeing the Taj Mahal or something to that effect, or equivalent of that. And like I mentioned, when you walk inside, you see a major big cavity like you would see in a curved bean. And then the fun part is to go identify where you are standing and what how it looks. So yeah, again, I highly recommend a visit down here. And this structure, a lot of people will come in different seasons and get their pictures taken to the different foliage in the background and what the bean looks like, whether it's in snow, covered in snow, or in summer when the sun is bright and shining. And by the way, this bean was inaugurated in 2004, so it's 2021 and it's coming up on almost 18 years here. And this is the pavilion that I was referring to in my conversation earlier, so I thought I'd take a minute or two and just quickly talk about this as well. So this is basically a performing art location, or a pavilion, if you will, or a theater, very big in size. I think up to 4,000 people. That has a capacity, like this has a capacity of taking 4,000 people in the seating area, and then around an additional 7,000 people can easily fit in here. A lot of the times, there'll be musical concerts. I think Tori Amos is the one who was one of the major performers when this first opened in 2004, July 2004, and she may have performed in 2005. There are times where they'll even have weddings here, I think, and then they'll have like a yoga studio or yoga classes or a news reporting event. So again, this is very widely used during the summer and early fall. Again, adds to the Chicago skyline, and we have our Lake Michigan right on the other side, east side, and that's the new wing of the Art Institute of Chicago. So again, if you're coming down here to the city, this is located in the heart of the loop in a way, and you have your Cloud Gate or the beam here, and right across from it you have the J. Pritzker or Pritzker Pavilion. And finally, since we are here at Millennium Park and talking about some of the attractions, I can't help but film these crown fountains. These are like 50-foot glass structures that are right at the two ends of a shallow pool that gets created during, I think mid-spring to mid-fall is when they're operational. And the whole idea is that, traditionally in structures you would have gargoyles with their mouths open, and then the water would flow out from their mouths. So instead of that, they took like 1,000 images of Chicagoan residents, and those images come on the screens regularly, and that happens throughout the year. But during the warmer months, you see the mouth opens up, and then there's a water outlet, and the water spits out at regular intervals. And the kids usually, always like to run around and, use this like a little water park. And again, it's free of cost. And another attractions of Millennium Park. I know when my kids were little, we would in fact bring their swim trunks and towels, and they would like to spend at least half an hour, 1 hour here, just enjoying and freaking out and hanging out with other kids. And this is again all pre-COVID. And this is, as we know, the world really changed right when COVID hit. So at that time there was no social distancing, and there was just a lot of fun and kids crowding around, running around. But hopefully we'll be back in those times sooner rather than later.